Hey everybody, welcome to our Wednesday night Zoom chat. I'm Emily Roberts. I am your Sapphire upline, and we're going to talk about Triplex, the Triplex combo. If you're not sure what that is, I'm going to show you the cards that come in the new Success Kit. So one of the main products in the Triplex combo is this one. It's BioCleanse. And we have the lovely pink drink, Plexus Slim. And then my favorite product is ProBio 5, our probiotic. These three products make up our Triplex combo. These are the ones that you'll hear me refer to a lot. When you are troubleshooting with customers who aren't losing weight, I'm going to refer back to the Triplex combo and what products are they taking? Are they taking these three? These are also what I'm using during my pregnancy. Please note that every pregnancy is different, and to always ask a pharmacist or physician before starting any supplements, including you guys that are not pregnant. And I also want to make the disclaimer that these are not approved or disapproved by the FDA, the Federal Drug Administration, and they are not to prevent, cure, or help with any diseases or sicknesses. However, if it happens and it helps you, there's a miracle behind it. So let's get started. First and foremost, when you are sharing our products, the Plexus products, with a potential, with somebody that you feel desperately needs them, you have to be a product of the product yourself. If you're using these products, you have to be consistent. If you're not consistent, you can't be a product of the product. You can't share them with others. Why? Because you don't have results to share. And does that mean you can't work your business without having results? No, there are plenty of testimonies out there for you to share. However, it's important for us as ambassadors, as leaders, to be a product of the product. And then it's important that as ambassadors, we understand the product. We understand what we're consuming. We understand how it works in our bodies. And we kind of know the basics, or where to point someone in the right direction if they asked you for the basics. These things are going to help you succeed. It's going to help you feel more confident when you're talking about the products. And like I said before, these three are the ones I feel like anyone could benefit from. So they're going to be the ones you're always referring back to when you have a new customer or a new person on your team. So the second thing I want to bring up is, if someone says to you, okay, so can I take this? I'm using medication A, B, and C. I want to get this out of the way right from the get-go. We are not doctors. We are not physicians. If they are taking medications, you bet your bottom dollar they need to ask their doctor or the nearest pharmacist. Do not play a guessing game. Do not say, yeah, I think this would be okay for you to take. Every single person is different, and I would never want that to fall back on you. So if you are unaware, or if you're unsure, or you're second guessing, send them to the local pharmacist. Have them go down to CVS and ask to speak to a pharmaceutical rep and say, hey, I'm taking metformin. Can I take these three products? Simple as that. Before we begin talking about the Triplex combo, these are a couple of key things that you need to keep in mind as an ambassador when you're sharing the products with others, and then on your own journey yourself. Number one is hydration is key. These products will not work if you do not drink water. Hands down, that is the number one secret to Plexus products working, is hydration. So if you're not drinking enough water, these products are just hanging out and your body doesn't know what to do with them. You're going to feel crappy. And that's the key to success with these products. Number two, you should be eating better, not less. I think everyone is under the misconception that, oh, if I just eat less, I'll lose weight. That's not the case. You need to fuel your body with foods that are better for you, not necessarily starving yourselves. A lot of us love certain apps like MyFitnessPal and stuff like that. And we go on this like calorie restriction. I can only have 1,200 calories today. And you start counting your calories and your points or whatever, and you're starving yourself. So you don't have to eat less. You just got to eat better. And of course, when we eat better, that's going to help our journey towards fitness and feeling better. There's a couple of things for eating better that I suggest over MyFitnessPal and calorie restricting. I want you to Google a protein calculator. I want you to Google a calorie calculator. And this is different than just like caloric intake period. This is going to show you, okay, I weigh this much, I'm this tall, and this is how much water I'm drinking, and this is how many calories I should eat. Not just thinking because you read it in, Cosmopolitan, oh, I need 1,200 calories. No, this is going to go about your lifestyle and your body type. Number 3, cut back on your caffeine intake. I think it's absolutely wonderful that Plexus Slim has helped me do this. I was a Diet Coke junkie, and I have not had a Diet Coke in the last 19 months. Maybe a sip here or there, but I don't finish them because they're gross. So I want you guys to cut back on that caffeine intake and understand that caffeine doesn't just come from sodas. It's hidden just like sugar in a lot of different things. And caffeine, if your caffeine intake is gradually increasing, or if you are relying on it to get through your day, you're not going to understand the benefit of Plexus Slim. You're not going to know the full potential of it working in your system. Next, which we will get to this a little bit more when we talk about BioCleanse, is elimination. If you are not eliminating, and yes, I'm talking about poop. That's a dirty word. I'm about to talk dirty to you. If you are not eliminating 2 to 4 times a day, I'm talking 12 to 18 inches stool. That is a normal, healthy stool. If you're not doing that, then we need to, y'all can stop giggling because this is real life. If y'all are not doing that, okay, play with the ball. You're backed up. Point blank, you're backed up. Your body is not operating the way it should be. So let's start eliminating, and we'll get to that in a minute when we talk about BioCleanse. But elimination is key. Sterling says hi. Hello. Lastly is reading your labels. When you are starting products, obviously supplementation, that's why I love Plexus, because the labels were important to me, and reading ingredients are very special to my heart. Understand that sugar is everywhere. Just because you think that you are eating clean, let me tell you a little secret. Bread is not eating clean. I don't even care if it's whole wheat. That's not clean. There's sugar in bread. It may not be a Twinkie. It may be whole wheat bread, but there's sugar hidden in it. And I want you to understand that, and that there's also like 54, maybe 57 names now for the word sugar. So start reading your labels, educate yourself. My favorite documentary on sugar and how it's hidden is Fed Up. I think it's on Netflix now. If not, you can get it at Walmart for like $10, but it's an awesome documentary on how sugar is hidden in everything. And if you're not grasping that, and you think, oh, I'm eating so clean, but you're eating a sandwich every day at lunchtime, that's a lot of bread. That's a lot of carbohydrates. And you're also backing yourself up. So educate yourself and find a documentary that is easy for you to understand. Let's dive into the triplex combo and why all of those things matter with this set of products. So let's start with Plexus Slim. It is absolutely delicious. It comes in crystal form. It looks like a packet of Crystal Lights. As most of you know, it's easy to use. You rip it open, you mix it in 8 to 10 ounces of room temperature water. If you mix it into cold water, you have to shake it really well because it clumps. But the crystals are super easy to use. I know some people even take their Plexus like a shot because it's super sweet to them. But it's important that you are mixing your drink and consuming it within 15 to 20 minutes. This is not something you sip on. This is not something that you're going to carry about your whole day. You drink it right then and there, 15 to 30 minutes prior to a meal. That is if your results are geared towards weight loss, your pink drink should be 15 to 30 minutes before one meal a day. For someone like me that is pregnant, maybe you're pregnant watching this, I drink mine with breakfast, after breakfast, or sometimes later in my day when I feel like I'm starting to crash because I'm pregnant and super tired. So, but if your aim is for weight loss, the creators of it have intended the use of it to be 15 to 30 minutes before a meal. A couple of things that Plexus Slim helps with, and that can help contribute to safe and effective weight management. And this is weight gain and weight loss. And that's obviously going to be with your diet and exercise. If you're not dieting or exercising, hey, Plexus is not magic. It is not magic. It just does what the ingredients tell it to do, but the ingredients can't work if your body's not working. Plexus Slim can help maintain normal blood sugar and healthy levels. When your blood sugars are regulated, you are happier. You're less moody. You may or may not have any more headaches, and you crave less sugar. It also helps maintain normal cholesterol and your lipid levels. The proven ingredients in Slim address weight management, which we will get to those 4 ingredients you need to remember in just a second. And then the combination of all these ingredients together help with burning fat, not muscle. I talked about that in my video on my Facebook, that these fat cells are what you're burning. There's no need to meal replace with Plexus Slim, and you need to let your customers know that this is not a shake, this is not a meal replacement. You're drinking it prior to eating. And if you do not eat 20 minutes, 30 minutes afterwards, you might feel nauseous. These are natural plant ingredients that your body may not be used to, and you might have a customer that experiences headaches or nausea, and that's because they need to eat. The individual stick packets are super easy to use, and you can take them anywhere. If you have a purse or a diaper bag or even a back pocket, you can share with a friend. So let's talk about 4 main ingredients, and I'm not going to go into them into detail. I want you to write them down. I want you guys to find articles on these. I want you guys to do your homework. Share on our team page. Share in your team pages. Message your upline, hey, look, I found this amazing article on what this ingredient does. So here's the ingredients I want you to write down. Number 1 is chromium. Number 2 is ALA, which is allolipoic acid, which ALA is shorter and easier to remember. Number 3 is CA, that's chlorogenic acid. And the last one is Garcinia cambogia. These 4 are what work together to help you burn fat and not muscle. They work together to regulate your blood sugars, to lower triglycerides in your blood count, and to make you feel better overall. And when all of these things are happening, your energy is sustained, you feel better. And it's not like an energy drink energy. I think the best way that I like to describe it is no mommy brain, no brain fog. It's kind of like a clarity. I just feel like I could clean my whole house. It's a good type of energy. It's not a I just took Adderall. Like, it's not like that. It is a good feeling type of energy. So I want you guys to do some homework. I want you to you can message me, you can message your upline or people on your team and tell me, one benefit that those 4 ingredients offer besides what our Plexus website says. Next, we're going to talk about BioCleanse. This is BioCleanse. If you missed it a second ago, maybe you just logged on. This is BioCleanse. So when you start the triplex combo, I highly recommend starting with Slim and BioCleanse first and foremost. We're going to talk about poop here in a second again. Elimination is key to detox and to losing the weight that you want to lose and feeling better. It's going to go back to your gut, and not just your gut, but your gastrointestinal tract, and clearing that out also. So most of us are burdened with toxic waste. We've eaten a lot of things we probably shouldn't have. Maybe you don't go regularly. Maybe you go once a week. And when I say go, I mean number 2. That's not okay. Something that I love that BB Shideg mentioned in one of her calls was, if you are having pinky-sized poops, they're this big. That is not healthy, and that is not normal. So if you need a visual, look at your pinky. You should be having 12 to 18 inch long regular size stools. That is a healthy elimination, and this should be happening at least 2 to 4 times a day, depending on your meals and what your food intake. So let's talk about that. This product contains 95% of the magnesium our body needs. Most Americans are deficient in magnesium, and that's what makes this product so incredible. I like to tell my customers to start with Slim and BioCleanse until they are eliminating regularly. And I only say that because it's kind of like a good detox. When their colon is being cleansed and their guts are being cleansed, and they can eliminate on their own how they should be, then you can start taking the ProBio 5 and putting the good flora and bacteria back in. But anyways, back to BioCleanse. So this product helps oxygenate the entire body, which is a great thing because that keeps our body alkaline and it keeps our blood clean. When you have healthy, clean blood, your heart is going to pump like it should, and you're not going to feel as you're I'm totally tongue-tied. You're not going to get as sick as often. I don't like to say the C word or disease and stuff like that, but there are many, many studies that are linked to healthy blood and understanding that cancer cannot thrive when your blood is very healthy. Diseases cannot develop when your blood is very healthy. So that's why having an alkaline body is very important, and that's why magnesium is also really important. This product also supports collagen production. I don't know about y'all, but I don't like cellulite. So this is something that most women talk about and ask about all the time. They think they need fancy creams, and that's not the case. You need magnesium and you need some vitamin C. And then lastly, it obviously relieves occasional constipation. And I don't mean someone that suffers chronically from this. That could be something way more serious. I'm just talking like you go once a week. That's not normal. So it might help relieve those symptoms. You take this product, you take BioCleanse between meals. It's best about an hour after you have eaten. So I personally take 2 capsules after lunch and 2 capsules after dinner. The 2 ingredients that I want you to write down that you can look up for this product are magnesium and vitamin C. Let me make sure I'm not forgetting anything else on this one. Nope. Okay, cool. Let's move on to ProBio 5. And if y'all think of a question, you feel free to chat it in the inbox, or you can message me afterward or post on the team page afterward. But let's talk ProBio 5. This is probably a crowd favorite. It's absolutely incredible, and we have what people need. Let me just tell you that right now. We have what people need in this probiotic. They're not going to get it anywhere else. They're not going to get it for this price anywhere else. ProBio 5 promotes proper probiotic health for a healthy GI tract. Your GI tract is your gastrointestinal tract, your colon, your gut, everything down there. This product provides 5 strains of probiotic bacteria to support the immune system. In those 5 strains are 4 probiotics and 1 yeast. The yeast strand is I wrote it down, but I don't know how to say it, S. boulardii. As Bibi Shadeg calls it, she calls it Brother Boulardii because he's the one that goes in and beats up all the bad yeast. He's big brother. This is our antifungal. This is what separates ProBio 5 from all other probiotics. And then within S. boulardii are different enzymes that help break down the bad yeast. This contains enzymes, which I just said, to aid in the breakdown of proteins and fibrous foods during digestion. So, for instance, we don't always absorb the nutrients in our food. You might think, oh, I'm eating so clean, Emily, like I'm working out all the time, but the scale's not moving and you feel like crap. Maybe you're not going to the restroom like you should. So taking this supplement is going to help your absorption rate. For instance, if you didn't know, ProBio 5, the pro, it's good bacteria. It's good flora that you need to put back in your body. If you've ever taken antibiotics, drinking alcohol, that's not even a word. If you've ever consumed alcohol, if you love sugars and carbs, those reasons there alone are a reason why you would need ProBio 5, a probiotic. There's bad yeast that we're born with that hang out in our body. One that y'all have heard of before is Candida. I encourage you to do your homework on Candida. Okay. So when you start ProBio 5, you've been taking BioCleanse, you've been taking Slim. It's been about a week. You're eliminating, right? We're eliminating. Thank you, Abby. And when you are eliminating, that is when you can start taking ProBio 5 again. For instance, maybe right now you're in your Plexus journey and you've hit a plateau and you're taking the triplex combo and you're just like, I don't understand what's so great about this. I'm not seeing such a difference. Well, maybe it's because you didn't start your products correctly and you just need to eliminate more. And that's where the BioCleanse and the Slim come in handy first. So when you're ready, you add in ProBio 5. I find it best to be at bedtime. I leave it on my bedside table. I take 2 capsules at bedtime. Another way you can take it is if you're going to forget is 30 minutes after your food is digested at dinner time. Another great thing about Probio 5 is that it does not have to be refrigerated. A lot of skeptics will message me and they'll be like, okay, so your probiotic is super affordable. You know, is it refrigerated? Is it this? How many live cultures? They're asking me all these questions. And I'm like, no, it doesn't have to be refrigerated. The price is amazing. And you're getting an antifungal. And they're like, oh, it's not refrigerated. Yeah, no, I want one that's refrigerated. I'm like, well, why? Like your body's not a refrigerator. If you can't leave the live bacteria out on your kitchen counter, what good is it going to do in the refrigerator if your body is not a cool 76 degrees or 66 degrees? It shouldn't work that way. Sure, I think that the refrigeration method is because it lives longer, but I feel like that's not the case because that's not how our bodies work. The ingredients I want you to write down besides S. boulardii are, and B. longum, which is the other important component. That's what Abigail just messaged everybody. Besides those, I also want you to write down grape seed extract. This is one of the greatest antioxidants on the planet, and it's in our Probio 5. Boom. Again, Probio 5 is different than all other probiotics. It's the missing link. That's again, besides having that antifungal and having those 5 different strands, we have grapeseed extract. So when you're getting all flustered because you don't know all the fancy words and all the bacterias, don't worry. You can say grapeseed extract. That's easy, right? And it's antioxidant. All of this has been found in the Scientific American Journal, and this is what BB shared. Research has said that 70% of our immune system is found in our gut. Fast weight loss is not going to happen if you do not get your gut health in check. And you have to be honest with your customers. They're going to want to start with the thermogenics first. They're going to want to start with that slim accelerator combo, and you know, they want to lose that weight quickly. Okay, that's great. They might shed that weight quickly, but month 2 rolls around and then they don't have proper gut health. They might put on some weight. And all of y'all are looking at me right now. Some of you are nodding because you have customers that have said that to you. They're like, I just gained my weight back. Or maybe you've said that to me. Emily, I'm gaining my weight back. What am I doing wrong? But you don't take BioCleanse and Probio 5. So there you go. There you have it. You need to take care of your guts. And that is these 3 products are going to help in those things. So when someone messages me and they're like, Emily, what do you recommend? I always start off by saying, what are your goals? What's your water intake like? I try to get to know them and what their daily habits are like, first and foremost. From there, I always have to ask, because you don't want to waste their time, and you want to say, what's your budget like? What's your budget like? Because if they can't afford $124.95, they can afford $54.90. What's $54.90? BioCleanse and Probio 5 is a preferred customer. They can afford those 2 things. $60 isn't as scary as $135 with tax and shipping. So keep that in mind. Those are the 2 products they need to start with anyways. And then from there, I like to check in with them. When someone places that order with you, especially the triplex, especially if they're using a probiotic and they are going to experience some sort of die-off symptoms, you either need to provide a list of possible symptoms that may occur. Just Google Candida die-off symptoms and a little graphic pops up right away. Or just have a conversation with them and say, hey, you're starting a probiotic. This is incredible. Your body may or may not experience a couple of these things. Drink more water. And if you do experience these things, let me know so I can help you. Sometimes it may take up to 4 Probio 5 a night to burn through those die-off symptoms quicker, so to speak. And it's also important to keep in mind that everyone is different. Not everyone's going to have Candida die-off symptoms. Some people might have terrible ones. And I'm talking like a rash from head to toe, hives, vomiting. Everyone is different. And I've heard crazy stories. So I want y'all to keep that in mind when your customers are coming at you like, what did you give me? I'm dying. And you're like, no, you're not dying. It's just Candida and it's working. You're getting rid of it. So tell them with kindness and remind them of that. And lastly, a fun fact of why Probio 5 is super important is because of sugar. We mentioned that earlier. The documentary Fed Up is one of my favorites. And this is a fun fact from that documentary is humans consume 22 teaspoons of sugar a day. That may not seem like a lot because you're thinking, oh, like a little teaspoon, like 22 of those. Okay, on average in a healthy diet for women, we're only supposed to have 6 teaspoons, and men are usually supposed to have 9 teaspoons. And on average for men and women, we're consuming 22 teaspoons a day. So when someone says, oh, I can't afford that, or I don't need your products, say, okay, did you know you're consuming 22 teaspoons of sugar a day? No, you didn't? All right, let's talk Plexus. Stick up for yourself, stick up for these products, stick up for this company. We have what people need. Don't let them scare you away with an article that's probably biased. Don't let them scare you away with a fancy word because they probably went to WebMD or Wikipedia. We have amazing, amazing, smart people on our team that are in the medical field that will help us understand and overcome those kind of objections. I'm not a scientist or doctor, but we have plenty on our team that are in school to do so or already are. So stay confident and know that if we have medical professionals on our team, we're doing something right. We have the right ingredients and the right products. So let's get excited. This is why Triplex is my favorite. Right here and there, the last couple things that you can write down is when someone says, okay, what does the Triplex combo do? You can say this: regulates blood sugars, detoxes, aids in gut health, and lastly, it helps with weight management. I don't like to say weight loss or weight gain. I'd like to say weight management. 1, because that's a more compliant term, but 2, it's because it depends on the person. They may have an unhealthy gut that's making them lose too much weight. They may have a healthy gut that's making them gain too much weight. So I like to say those 4 things: detox, weight management, gut health, and blood sugar regulation. Those 4 things, besides the ingredients we talked about tonight, that can be your homework. Why are those 4 things important? Why should we care? So do your homework, share with your leaders, share with your team. Thank you for being on the call tonight. If you have any other questions, feel free to shoot them my way or post them in the team page. Y'all have a great night.